Bag Boxing. It's the one and only Blazer Flair. Woo!
What's up, everyone? It's Nico Ali Walsh. I'm here with Heavy Boxing TV. That's the spot.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Zach, Super Duo, 6 out here in the world. I'm giving a big shout out to my home team, Heavy Bag TV. You heard? Keep it live.
This is Showtime Sean Porter, and you are watching Heavy Bag Boxing.
What's up, man? It's the amazing Keyshawn Davis. Shouts out Heavy Bag Boxing TV, man. Y'all lit out here. Keep doing y'all thing.
Teach your man how to squabble.
Welcome your goofy ass back for more nasty work. Around here, we got it for the low, you dig? It's the Boxing Trap Podcast. And now, here's your host, a rich woman's lover and a poor woman's dream. The 757's finest. Give it up for Big T.O. and the leader of the casual congregation, Las Vegas Rob.
Yeah, with my brother. Yeah. What up, you too? God, it's been too long. What up? Yeah. What up, you too? Big T Heavy Bag TV, man. Get your super goofy asses in here and hit the bag. Back like we never left. I'm sorry for the wait. If you've been waiting on your boys, but we back, man. Of course. Rob, Las Vegas Rob's in the building. What up, Rob, man? It's been too long.
What's good, man? We back like we forgot something, but guess what? We found it, and we ready to go. Let's roll.
Absolutely, man. And as always, if you're looking for a boxing conversation you done messed around and stumbled on to a great one, man. We're going to put on a great show, of course. And listen, it's been 2 months, man. Rob, can you believe it's been 2 months, man?
Man, time flies when you're having fun. Or as Janet Jackson said, funny how time flies. Shout out to Jan.
For sure, man. But listen, life be lifing, and like real life is always gonna take priority. We are not in a position where we could just eat off of YouTube, and we got jobs, right? But of course, the passion is burning. The fire is burning. It's always there when it comes to the love of the sport. And we always gonna be here. We're gonna return, man, and hopefully we'll have a good run this time. All right, we're gonna jump right into it, man. I got some hot topics that I definitely want to touch on that I miss, and I'm gonna keep it a bean. I have not been able to keep my fingers on the pulse of the boxing world. So if you're watching and you would like to jump on the panel and join us, please do so, because I need intel from everybody. We're not even gonna save it for that segment. We'll have you jump right on in right now. Real quick, let me get to the chat and see who's already here with us rocking out, man. My Geyser, Mark Wynn, the Australian loves in the building already. What up, my brother?
What's up? Shout out to
yes, sir. Seti's in the building. What up, Seti?
What's up?
All right, man. Let's get to it, man. Hot topics. Let's jump into it. All right, man. Now, I wasn't a big fan of this fight, but it turned out to be a great fight. And a lot of people don't feel that way, and I understand wholeheartedly. And let me get these images up because I damn sure forgot to. But Alexander Usyk versus the kickboxer what was his name? Vander Hoven, or whatever the case may be.
Yes, sir.
I thought it ended up being an interesting fight, Rob. Hoven, or whatever the case. And listen, I wanted to see the Richard Torres fight versus Frank Sanchez. That was my main reason for watching that card. And then I wanted to see, of course, Hamza Shiraz going after his first world title. That ended up being a really good fight as well. But Richard Torres, Sanchez, Torres getting completely obliterated. And I said this before the fight to whoever would listen in most of the conversations that I had. A healthy Frank Sanchez, in my opinion, with that Cuban style, and then you couple it with power to mix that up in the heavyweight division is always interesting. And an extremely unproven Richard Torres getting his big shot, sort of like Jared Big Baby Anderson did versus a Bacoli, and then we sort of kind of got the same results. Rob, coming into that fight, was you riding high on Richard Torres?
No, I wasn't riding high on Richard Torres. I wanted Richard Torres to listen to Bob Arum and Tyler Buff, and the lessons was learned when the top-ranked fighters go from under that top-ranked umbrella of being brought along slowly, being brought along in steps. Anytime they come from under that umbrella and go over there messing with Turkey, as Jared did, messing with Bacoli, shit happens. Well, guess what,
Yeah.
Torres? You came from under that slowly being developed umbrella that Bob has administered for years and years, and you wanted to chase the money. And you went over there to Egypt, and now guess what? He sat your ass down just like Jared. Now, Bob can't do really nothing for you.
Yeah.
Don't. Huh?
What can Bob do for you, man? Nothing at
Hey,
this
bruh.
point. And it's a lot of talk of him being, and I said that he's very undersized. These American heavyweights are just very undersized, given the stature of Big Baby and Richard Torres. You know, one clean shot, which Sanchez was able to deliver, you know, put that boy in a different realm, man. So, but yeah,
Well,
you're absolutely right.
Well, we wouldn't have knew that. Like I said, if you'd have stayed under the development process of Tyler Buff and Bob Arum, we would have knew that. We would have been cheering it along. Oh, he looked good and stuff like that. That's all set up and designed to be. You get what I'm saying? But guess what? In the words, and it's been a running narrative for the last couple of days, especially since over the weekend. The jig is up.
And see, for me, I thought it was time for him to have somebody like a Frank Sanchez to have that type of fight. It only made sense, right?
But no, not really. He what he got? What, 15, 16 fights? He ain't really do nothing yet. To deserve, watch this, deserve that level of opposition that fast. You get what I'm saying? That's just my opinion.
But who the fuck is Frank Sanchez, right? He loses to what? Who has Frank Sanchez beat?
See, the last notable name he beat off a top rank. But let me tell you something. We're gonna start calling Frank Sanchez the top ranked killer. Because you remember that Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury 3, that undercard when he fought F.L. Joffrey, when everybody was scared of F.L. Joffrey, calling him the boogeyman, and Frank Sanchez made short work of that motherfucker. He didn't stop him, but he beat the shit out of him. So I'm here to tell you, I know Bob sitting back like, wait, let me see that paperwork again. Frank Sanchez, wait, hold on.
Well, I'm just saying, I just didn't think his resume was deeper. I thought they looked at his resume and said, hey, this isn't extremely deep. He loses. Who did he lose to? Wardley, right?
Yes.
Wardley beats him, if I'm not mistaken. Real quick, I got the link in the chat too, man. Just shout out my guy GMT Sports is in the building. Salute, Nine is in the building. What up, my brethren? And listen, we definitely going to get to the meat and potatoes with this whole Shakur Zuffa signing in a minute. I just want to go over a few things that I have missed over the last several weeks. If you'd like to get up here with me and Rob and join us, man, and be a part of the conversation, hit the link. I got you. But I just didn't think Sanchez's resume was deep. And I think that's what they were looking at too. Like, all right, he ain't fought none of the real top guys.
I got a good reason for that.
You know
I got a good reason for that resume not being deep. You was fighting once a year. Why? Because the premier boxing champions. That's where he was. I mean, let's keep it real.
Yeah.
I mean, Al was sick, and we're gonna say was. We happy that he back and he coming back at it. We're having in Vegas. He back walking around. He's doing this thing. He's doing business again, taking a little of the realms away from Mr. I can't think of his name right now. God damn, he's been running it for the last 2 years. Shit. Louis
Who been running? Louis
Cooper.
Been running PBC.
He's taking reins back from Louis the Coopers, and he's starting to get back in it. But that ain't no reason. But Frank just ain't been at the top of the line. Another person been back of that line in heavyweight at PBC, being Andy Ruiz. You know what I'm saying? Now that Al is back, Andy Ruiz starting to get loud. You start to see Frank Sanchez back in the mix. And we're going to start getting a little variety and a lot of things moving and shaking. Now that Al is back. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what's up. Hopefully we definitely see some shit coming together. Real quick, shout out my guy Nine for joining us. What up, Nine?
Damn. Oh,
913 is in the damn building. What's happening, brother?
Yeah, bro. I'm a piggyback off of the conversation when y'all was talking about Torres. I actually look at it a little bit different than y'all, man. I look at it a little bit different. I don't really think it's bad Torres. I think if y'all look at the grand scheme of things, I think Top Rank is so thirsty to be in the heavyweight picture because there's a lot of money to be made. It's a lot of turkey bags to be made. And when we think about it though, man, when they invested, bro, in all they new stock, he pretty much took all the lighter weights of the U.S. Olympic team, the Keishans, you know what I mean, those type of guys. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I think they so thirsty to throw their hat in the heavyweight picture, not realizing that damn, look at Anderson. He was not a heavyweight, he was a fucking cruiserweight. Look at Torres. He was not a heavyweight, he's a cruiserweight. These guys are physically small.
Well, hold on. With Jared always was between that 225, 235 range.
Only thing he got to do is sweat 25 pounds. Welterweights do that shit all the time.
25. God
25.
damn,
tough money, bro.
God damn, man.
My nigga, welterweights do that shit all the time. Middleweights do it all the time.
Heavyweight though.
Yes, bro. Them dudes was cruiserweights. Look at their frame. There was naturally smaller guys. I mean, to be honest, Torres versus Sanchez was Anderson versus Bacoli part 2.
Exactly.
That's all it was.
I agree that. And Sanchez versus F.L. Jaffa part 3. To keep it real.
Because to keep it with Torres and Anderson in particular, those two guys were cruiserweights, bro. They had cruiserweight frames. Yes, you can walk around, man, nigga, I'm fat right now. Think about it, Rob. Look at my body type. I'm really a fucking welterweight or a lightweight.
Well, I'll give you 154, 160. I ain't gonna get that.
Exactly, bro. But when I fought at 47 and 54.
Well,
see
you
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's me fighting my frame. Now, guess what? Now that I done gained weight, nigga, I'm walking around at like 170 something. Yes, I can fight a motherfucker at light heavyweight, but I'm not no goddamn light heavyweight.
Right.
And that's what these dudes did. They're really cruiserweights, bro.
But let me steal the Top Rank thirst from you. The Top Rank, there's things that have been shown in the last few months showing that they ain't that thirsty, because one of their most promising heavyweights, they went into a co-promotional deal with, being one Jared Big Baby Addison, that he's co-promoted by Queensberry. He's not only with Top Rank, he's also still with Top Rank. Bob did a co-promotional deal with Frank, and he also has another promotional contract with one Antonio Leonard out of Houston, Texas. So he has 3 promotional companies. You get what I'm saying? So shout out to Jared.
Wouldn't the name of 360 deals, nigga? Goddamn, nigga.
Well,
you signed to a nigga that signed to a nigga.
Well, and you know what? Shout out to GLT Boxing. I know he in the chat. He kind of co-phrase that side to a nigga, side to a nigga, side to another. That's Jared. That's Jared. Jared is actively on Queensberry and Top Rank, and he has a low percentage deal with Antonio Leonard Promotions. So if y'all don't know about Antonio, go ahead and do your Googles. He's closely affiliated with Jay Prince Management.
That's some fun facts for your ass. All right, let me steer this shit back over here.
Go ahead, bro.
Quick, Nine. real quick now, my thing is, even because you brought up Bacoli and Jared Anderson, and we speaking about Sanchez and Torres, I just thought that these were good fights to make. I didn't necessarily believe that there was going to be a wash one way or the other. I just thought, looking at both careers, it was about time for both of those fighters to see someone like their opponent at this particular time. That's all I was saying.
Yeah. But think about it though. Primarily though, when they was getting off on the smaller heavyweights.
Top rank diet. We call it top rank diet.
Yeah, they was getting off on smaller heavyweights. They wasn't fighting the big boys like the Furies. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers that's like 6'5" and shit. They wasn't.
How tall is Martin? How tall is Martin? Because Big Baby fought Martin.
Yeah, he fought Martin, but
Martin's 6'5". He's 6'5".
Yeah, he's up there.
He's not. He's given away in height. He's adding back to in weight. He's still not a big heavyweight.
Right.
I got a question.
But neither is Sanchez. Neither is Sanchez.
Hey, turn back on that fight, bro, and look how much bigger he was than Torres. Huge.
He was, but Sanchez compared to an AJ or a Fury or one of these big ass, you know what I'm saying? He's smaller too. He's a smaller heavyweight when you really look at it. The Dubois and shit. Yeah. He's a smaller.
That's another good question.
That damn big.
How big is Dubois?
He up there, man. He's staying right up on the AJ nose, man.
I thought he was 6'4".
Had to be about 6'3". Yeah, he's 6'3", 6'4", something like that.
So he's small.
With all them being a smaller heavyweight, Torres and Big Baby is still smaller than them. They still got they runs. You know what I'm saying? Because they're really cruiserweights. They got a cruiserweight body type.
But let me ask you a question.
Maybe if they would have. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
No, I was about to say the world goddamn heavyweight champion Usyk is smaller than all the boys.
I was gonna let y'all get off and say, listen, the nigga who running the division is a runt. A former cruiserweight.
Hey, but how many fights at cruiserweight did he have to have before he finally made that jump? And he didn't make that jump immediately against like the big boys. This motherfucker was fighting like the Dillian Whites of the world and the motherfucking what's buddy that just fought Wilder?
Dillian White?
Chisora.
5 guys. Yeah. I was about to call it 5 guys and shit. But yeah, man, you know, think about it, bro. Them dudes' frame is that of a cruiserweight.
Okay.
But check it out, Nine and T.O. You know, boxing and Top Rank model themselves after the other sports. In the other sports, we call it a copycat league. If they see Usyk running shit as a small frame like that, they believe they can get a guy with a small frame and do the exact same thing. It's a copycat league.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're getting exactly what I'm getting at.
Big Baby, they signed Big Baby before Usyk really did some real shit though. So, but yeah, I get it. All right, but let me grab this wheel real quick because Nine, I know you probably of course seen the Usyk versus Van der Hoeven or Hooven fight, and now the WBC is ordering Usyk versus Caballero, which I really, really like. But I did want to touch on that fight because this is a fight that I never got to discuss. Definitely wanted to get y'all's thoughts on what transpired in that fight. I thought it was some bullshit at the end. I wanted to give Van der Hoeven all of the credit in the world for hanging in there with the champ, somebody we thought was going to get in there and probably wash him inside of 6 to 8 rounds. He stood toe to toe, and in my opinion, he was winning the fight easily come the 11th round, and then all of a sudden we get the stoppage. Now, and I start with you. What'd you see in that fight?
Man, I think that was an error of the referee. I think the referee tried to overcompensate from an earlier fuck up because Usyk had him hurt. He had him going, and then he stopped the action for the mouthpiece. Usyk went right back in there and hurt him again, and he stopped the fight. Like, damn. You know, he didn't want to get no scrutiny. I think he was trying to not get scrutiny for that little break in between the knockdowns with the mouthpiece. That's the way I took it. Like, fuck it, I might as well just stop it. You know what I'm saying?
So, in your opinion, early stoppage, bullshit stoppage?
Nah, but he was on his way out. He was out. He was gonna go. It wasn't nothing he could do to get out of that. Yeah, Usyk would have stopped him.
You don't think he survives the 12th round? That's what you were saying?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Rob, you had thoughts on that one?
Man, I ain't watch that bullshit. Man, I'm a casual. Man, I represent the casual congregation. That shit got no play in that motherfucking ride. Fuck that.
Yeah, that was a hardcore fight. At the very least, a hardcore fight. I'm gonna call bullshit on the stoppage. I think at some point, boxing had to save face because you had a guy who only had, I believe, one professional boxing match in his career, getting in there with the world heavyweight champion who's ran through everybody and getting beat pillar to post, in my opinion, for 11 rounds. And as soon as there was an opening, he got hurt and he got dropped. The referee found a way to stop it. So shout out to Van Hoven, man. But listen, this boxing. Now, what are your thoughts though? A lot of people are demanding a rematch for Van der Hoeven. And now the WBC is ordering the Caballero fight.
I'm gonna say it just like Rocky won with Apollo Creed. He was like, there will be no rematch. Fuck that. There will be no rematch. I really want to see Gabriel get a shot because everybody who knows, I'm an Usyk guy. I like Usyk, but I think Gabriel stops him, and I think he stops him to the body. I am going out on a limb to say that. Everybody, including Sanchez, Zhang, somebody else too, a few other guys, he's always stopping motherfuckers to the body. That is what Gabriel does. In that fight, at the very least, and some other fights with the Dubois fight, I don't think that Usyk has a glass chin. I think he has a glass jaw. And I think Gabriel stops him to the body.
Well, I'm gonna get my part of this shit. If Money Man T wanna fucking pay for that shit, you gonna see it again. I know y'all gonna see that shit again. And let's talk about Turkey for a second. Let me talk about Turkey. But you a down bad motherfucker. You put them people in the middle of the goddamn desert, in the middle of no goddamn where, all kind of malaria having mosquitoes, fucking snakes, all kind of sand blowing into people's eyes. You a down bad motherfucker. But anyway, fuck all that, man.
You know what, though? I can't even hold you, man. I can't even hold you.
Dirty motherfucker.
You mean to tell me you threw a card in Egypt and you ain't have not one nigga? Not one nigga. Nigga, you went to the motherland, nigga. Not one nigga. Let me shut up.
Hey,
I'm gonna leave.
Hey, shout out to Money Man T. Boy, you a down bad motherfucker, dog. God damn. You dirty motherfucker.
Shit, nigga. He could have got my cousin Mookie, nigga, to fight him. He a nigga in the motherfucking pyramids, and we would have bought that shit. It's all the same. Nigga, shout out the punch, man. You play fucked up games, you get fucked up right.
Which man, we know how Turkey get down. We already heard he don't fuck with Roller at all. He don't fuck with Schofield at all. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to throw that money to my big dog, even though my big dog going through another domestic violence. He don't want to throw no money to my dog, but fuck him for that too, you heard me? Shout out to Tank, shout out to the feet. But anyway, go ahead.
Man, Tank said he need 2 Ferraris.
Gosh, yo, man.
He
fucked himself up with that, nigga.
No, he needs to sit up. But go ahead, Tio.
Go ahead, bro.
Knowing my nigga got caught coming up. Shit like that. Gotta pay that probation officer and shit. He don't want to throw that money out to my nigga. But go ahead, go, Tio. He's down bad.
Boy. This shit here, boy.
Hey, boy, this motherfucker mad.
All right, man,
vigorous.
Another thing that I missed, some big news that came out. Like the WB ordering, of course, Tank Davis, Floyd Schofield Jr. This looked like it has to be made. Before you bust out laughing, just let me get the people the detail who might not know. this is on the table, and if they can't get a deal done by June the 22nd, I believe it is, it'll go to purse bid. A lot of talk from, of course, Floyd Schofield Sr. Tank did just recently comment on this with some rather disturbing words for Floyd Schofield Sr. But I like this fight.
What?
What? I think that's what I want to propose to you guys. Is this a fight that you like for a comeback for Tank Davis?
Bruh, I ain't know you was doing a punk episode, of Wildin' Out or some shit. You gotta be joking. You like this fight. You serious? You know that what that little boy gonna do.
Yeah,
he gonna wait till fight week. Sure. He gonna wait till fight week, and he gonna get a grave illness. He gonna lay his ass in the hospital again. You know what he gonna do. You know that, right? He gonna waste everybody's time.
Yeah, a lot of people feel like he gonna fake that death again. A lot of people feel like he gonna get this crazy illness. But I like this fight though. I mean, as of right now, this is. Go ahead.
No, I was about to bullshit. Go ahead. I was about to say some crazy.
No, I'm just saying. As of right now, this is what's on the table for Tank Davis as far as being pressed against the time clock, and you got to get something done. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? He's the WBA. He's the WBA champion, and you got to defend.
Well, no, hold on. You can't defend shit. They just dropped a warrant on the man last week. Talk about he got to go meet a judge in Maryland over some old domestic violence ass charge. No, hold on, brother. We got this shit to talk about. We can take it on the table. No topics right now. Just keep it real. Shit. Take ain't giving a fuck about no Schofield. Schofield gonna call 911 on tape the morning of the fight, talking about he broke in his goddamn hotel room and beat up his girlfriend. You know he's gonna do some shit like that.
Yeah, true that.
Hey, you know what the people gonna say?
That past him.
Hey, you know what the people gonna say? Mr. Davis, you got to put your hand by your bed. Man, I ain't do nothing. Well, according to your history. I'll be like, man, come on, dog.
Well, listen, what's the purpose? What's the purpose of elevating him back to super champion, right? Because at one point he was a champion in recess, and then they reinstated him.
Well, he a fucking face.
Am I missing? Listen, I've been gone for a while. Am I missing something?
No, you ain't missing shit. He was the face in 2023. He was the face in 2024, 25, and 26. Ain't no fucking difference. You reinstate the face. What you talking about? You missing something? Ain't nothing to miss. Shit, I ain't threw it to you, T.O. I handed it to you. You can't miss.
So you reinstate the man for him not to fight?
Hold on, stop. It's not reinstate the man. You reinstate the face. Come on, brother. Get this shit right.
So you reinstate the man not to fight?
Hey, he got other issues. With
What's
court.
up, bro?
With court.
Make it make sense for me now.
He still got an ankle problem.
I'm going to say something, man, with a quick little disclaimer, man. I never knock nobody's sexuality or whatever. However, Nine does not speak on gay shit. I think this fight is some gay shit. I'm not speaking on this fight, bro. For real. I think that the Schofields is trying to sneak away to get a free title, bro. They got their fingers crossed so motherfucking tight, hoping that Tank don't answer that shit and they get awarded a paper title. That's all the fuck they're doing. These niggas didn't even went to court over that shit.
They did.
Try to press the WBA. You know what I'm saying? The only thing they trying to do is get a free title. And you know what? Tank don't give a fuck. Tank don't give a fuck. Just like Rob said, man, the nigga got warrants and all this other shit. But the real question with Tank is this. Who's on a bigger run beating bitches? Is it Tank or Ike Turner?
But Tank, but let's keep it real, fellas. Tank got to give a fuck to an extent, because otherwise he'd have been just dropped the title. You know he can drop the title, right?
He tried to drop the title when they gave it to me, said he didn't want it.
No. You can file the paperwork relinquishing yourself for the title.
Hey, bro, nobody got
You can
time
do
for
that.
that shit. You know how
You
much
can-
read
you
that
can
is?
drop it.
I think that's
So
not
the
him
nigga
doing
care.
it. I don't think that's him doing it per se. I think it's his promotional company doing it. Because think about it like this.
Take that, Javante, take Davis promotion.
PBC got a stake in that title. You see what I'm saying? Rolly got a title. PBC got a stake in that title. And at the very least, they can use that title for leverage and power. That's just how these motherfuckers work. You know what I'm saying?
But you supposed to be the face and all of this extra shit. Niggas do what you tell them to do, right?
Hold on.
You think Tank paying his
Okay.
sanctioning fees?
All right.
Or you think his promotion is? I think the promotion is paying that shit. The promotion
I don't
is
give
doing
a damn who paying it. What I'm saying is, if you don't want to be champion, get the fuck out the way.
He knows the way.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm
all
saying.
Don't
Tank
hold
not
up
even
the
in the way.
division.
Bro, Tank ain't
He is in the way. Look,
How?
Schofield has been in line for this WBA scrap forever now, bro. Move out
Come
the
on,
way. Let
Tio.
the man fight for the belt.
Tio, let me ask you a question. Do you really think the WBA want? Do you really think the WBA want that fucking title on Schofield?
I don't give a.
Do you really?
I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn what the WBA want. I'm talking about what's fair in the sport of boxing. Moving forward, don't hold up. Get that shit out the way, man. Move out the way.
It seems like you got an issue with the WBA more than PBC or Tank. Seems like to me it's WBA doing that shit. Keeping it real with you.
I think Tank, man, listen. Tank gonna when they call his name down the aisle, guess what he gonna have with him? That fucking belt. He want that belt.
Man, you ain't never see him walk. You ain't never see him walk out with that shit ever.
What?
When you ever see him walk out with that belt?
Oh
man, hold on. It had that
the
bitch
belt on the table and everything.
No, I said walk out with it and post fight interviewing had that motherfucker on his shoulder. Next, show me a time.
I'm gonna show you. You see, there you go. Now, that's what you
I'm
do.
I'm just asking.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna send you several. I'm gonna send you several shots of him with that beloved belt of his at the press conferences and all. Don't worry about it.
No, not press conference. I said walking out, ring walk at the fight.
Yeah,
and post fight in the ring. That's all I'm asking.
But a lot of niggas don't wear their belts to the ring, man. You know somebody else be holding the belt, and somebody else gonna be holding his belt. The shots I'm gonna send you.
All right, let's talk about after the fight. Don't they hold their belts after the fight?
But listen, you can't tell me that he don't care about the belt, man, because he could have gotten rid of this belt. That's all I'm saying. If you didn't want to be the champion, bro, you could have gotten rid of this belt. That's all I'm saying. And since you are the champion, stop holding up the division. Because as of right now, if you don't get this fight done with Floyd Schofield, you holding up the division. Move the hell out the way.
He can't fight with an ankle monitor on any motherfucking way. He got an ankle monitor on. Ain't nothing to do about that.
So again, it's just one big contradiction then, because why isn't he the champion in recess, or he isn't script, or whatever the case may be? Get the fuck out the way.
That's what I'm saying.
Get the fuck out the way. Is what I'm saying.
The issues with the World Boxing Association, bro. It ain't with nobody in particular.
But this is what they're doing. I don't know. Look at the screen, bro. Look at the screen. Order. Yeah, you got until June 22nd to make the fight. That's what, what they're doing about it.
The WBA want that motherfucking man on the right hand on my right. They want him in the ring so fucking bad they'll order him against any motherfucking body at this fucking point. But guess what? The man that can't get in the ring, he got corners.
Well,
just keep it real.
We gonna see come June 22nd. You know what I'm saying? If they can't get a deal done, we're gonna see. Because obviously they feel like they got some wiggle room that he'll be able to get in a fight sometime soon within the next 3 to 4 months or so, or this year. You know what I'm saying? I'm guessing they figuring the legal situation to be over to go ahead and make this fight for this year sometime.
Now, hey, I'm about to tell you something. Don't make Al do that shit he did with Fundora. When Fundora was ordered to fight somebody, he said, "Oh, he got a match with Earl Spence. Is already signed. He ain't able to do it. Y'all remember that shit?
Yeah.
Y'all remember that shit he did to Who he did that to? Fedora was supposed to fight. You ordered to fight. God damn, man, who that was at 150?
He was ordered to fight who?
He was ordered to fight somebody. Mandatory, and they say he couldn't fight because he had Earl Smith already on the thing. He couldn't fight him. I'm trying to remember who that was, and I rarely fucking get. God damn, bro.
I can't
that
remember.
was right after he fought Tim Tszyu. When he beat Tim Tszyu in that blood thing, and he would have a mandatory to fight somebody, and they got him out of it because Al say already got a signed contract for him to fight Earl Smith.
After he fought Tim Tszyu the first time, he took a long ass time off and came back and fought.
Yeah, because he was
remember
injured.
the dude's name.
He was injured.
I can't even remember the dude's name.
You know what? I think that was Xander Zayas. Because remember when he gave up the belt and Xander won it? He was supposed to fight Xander Zayas. And Fundora got out of it.
Remember.
And Fundora got out of it saying he had a fight already signed. Yep.
Okay.
That's what.
But I don't think that this is the case. I mean I don't. I think you got a WBA super champion who ain't fought since March of 2025, and niggas is complaining about it. They won in court, and nigga, it's time to move out of the way. That's all. Shit is simple.
I guess.
Now, from both of y'all telling me y'all just don't like this fight. I'm saying I like it. You know what I'm saying? I want to see Tank continue to mix it up with the young up and comers. I think Schofield got some power. You know what I'm saying? I think Tank got a hell of a chin, but I want to see what happened. I want to see these two niggas mix it up. If Tank ain't gonna fight nobody else, we want him to see him fight. You know what I'm saying? Or put something in the atmosphere that we want. Get it.
So let me ask you a question.
Move the hell out of the way.
It's not that I don't like this fight, bro. I just don't like Schofield, bro, to keep it a band with you, bro.
You don't like his daddy, bro. It ain't the son. You just don't like the daddy.
Wait, I'm surprised you like Schofield. The way he called out Keyshawn on some bullshit.
They grouped up, man. And you know what? I'm not about to be going to another Shakur incident with them Schofields, man. A motherfucker and robbed you and nigga the police planted
Jesus call.
All kind of shit. Come on, bro. At some point, that shit is far-fetched in a motherfucker.
Hold on. My bad, Nine. I'm not talking to you. Go ahead. I'm just thinking of something.
But like I said, though, that shit's so far-fetched in a motherfucker. And I got to lump Buddy in with his dad, bro. Because only thing you did was nod your motherfucking head and not say shit. Nigga, you are the fighter and you are the man. Sometimes you got to pull your dad aside.
He's a kid, man. He's a kid, man. He's a kid. The boy like 22, 23 years old, man.
How old is
his daddy, like 22, 23.
Oh, he older than that.
He got kids his own self.
No, he ain't.
He do got a kid.
He got kids.
Yeah.
He got a kid?
He got kids. Nigga, when you gonna take the training wheels off? Nigga, you a daddy. Bro, I was a father at 16. Fuck all that.
Man, let me tell you something. This fight don't remind you of Frank Martin. This don't remind you.
Thank you.
Like really, Teal. I'm talking to Teal. Teal, it don't remind you of that, bro?
Oh, yeah. I mean, shit. Frank probably had a little bit more experience than this nigga, though. You know what I'm saying?
It's cool. It's cool. You know what's gonna happen? Shout out. Is Slick and GMT still in the chat? You know what? I got a shirt that was expertly made by tflex.com of Frank getting laid the fuck out by Tay. I'm just gonna give you another one. I'll type in the tflex.com and give you another one laid the fuck out with fucking Schofield laid the fuck out by Tay. We can do that. It's all good.
And Rob knows what I'm talking
Frank
about.
Was scared.
The only living Frank Martin fan you ain't heard from this motherfucker since, huh? The only living Frank Martin fan in the whole entire world. Nigga ain't heard from him since.
I don't know if that nigga's dead or alive.
Right.
We gotta see how Floyd Schofield Jr. approaches the fight, man. Because I think Frank got beat before the fight ever happened. You know what I'm saying?
And I think Schofield gonna be beat before the fight ever happened.
Sure. We gotta see. I gotta look into this.
Man.
Check.
Hey, fellas,
I gotta check this nigga's temperature.
Did you know this though? This is what the dad is saying. Literally. Read between the lines on certain shit. Nigga was on Mill City and he said, only thing, win, lose, or draw, only thing I gotta do is get my son to finish the fight. Because if you fight Tank and you go to different distance with Tank, you're a star.
Shout out to
Only
Pitbull
thing I have to
Cruz.
do is have my son win 12 rounds. I mean, go 12 rounds, win, lose, or draw. So he's literally
Well, that's
telling you he
because
ain't got no motherfucking snowball chance in hell. He's literally telling
no,
you
no.
his whole
I
goal
think he's
is
trying to
to
give
go
you the.
12
I
rounds.
think he's trying to give you the perspective that Schofield is young enough to take a L and bounce back, but it's his opportunity. It's here. I want to take my opportunity. You know what I'm
You don't
saying?
talk
I'm
like
in
that, bro.
line. I'm
You
in
don't
line
talk
for the
like that.
title.
T.O., bro, you don't
Man,
talk like that when you're trying to be competitive for a world title. You don't talk like that.
Now,
You don't, bro.
it depends on how you receiving it though, because
I'm
I think
receiving it like the nigga for
we talk
verbatim.
like we yeah. I get it. But I'm saying I think his dad is looking at it. Listen, this is one of the best. It's Tank Davis. Even if we come up short, we win it.
get the fuck
Even if we
out of
Well,
come
here,
up
see,
short,
man.
that
that's
that
basically
proves
what
my
he's
point.
saying.
See, now we're going in circles, bro, because that proves my point. That if you can't convey your information any better than that, then guess what, Pops? You need to shut the fuck up.
But you got now, so we're gonna discount all of the other times where he felt he's come out and said his son's going to beat Tank, he's going to stop Tank. So we just gonna ignore
Yes.
all of those times.
Yes. Because he was lying. And guess what? Nigga, if you trying to aspire to be
We got
Lamont
to give it
Roach,
context,
motherfucker,
man. We got to give it
ah,
context.
ah, ah.
Given the question that he answered and the manner that he answered it in, he was just basically saying, listen, it's a win-win situation for us. The pressure is on Tank Davis. We have nothing to lose. That's what he was
Man,
conveying, bro.
you got everything to
That's what
lose.
he.
I'm about to tell you what's
No,
going to
he
happen.
don't.
He's
No, he
trying
don't.
to aspire to be Lamont Roach. And what has Lamont Roach gained by going 12 rounds with the aforementioned Tank Davis? He has gained unheralded, unwarranted, and undeserved stardom. This son of a bitch ain't win a fight since 2024. What the fuck? Fuck Lamont Roach at this point, my nigga.
But Lamont Roach just knocked out
Knock
Ramses
out who?
Bartholomew. Last year. What are you talking about?
No, he did not knock out no fucking
Yes, he
Ramses
did.
Bartholomew last year.
Do
No,
your
no, 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 no,
Googles.
no, sir. No, sir.
Do
No,
your
sir.
Googles.
He fought in 2025 last March against Tank Davis. His next fight was in December 2025 against Pitbull Cruz, and he's still awaiting a motherfucking title fucking
Who fought
opportunity.
Pitbull?
I don't know how.
Frank Martin
Look,
didn't fight
I'm talking.
Pitbull.
No, I'm talking about Lamont Roach. I ain't talking about no goddamn Frank Martin. Fuck Frank Martin.
Oh, I
You
thought you
talking
said
about Lamont
I thought you were
Roach?
still talking
That
about
son
Frank.
of a bitch.
How
No,
the
I'm
how
talking about
the
Lamont Roach.
bro? No. Hold on, time out. We not
Yes.
pivoting. I don't even know how the hell we got on Lamont Roach. Fuck that. It's
Because
not
I
about to open up
said,
that can of worms.
I,
We not
I
about to
said
open up that can of
Schofield.
worms.
I said
No.
Schofield is
Don't get
trying.
this nigga started.
Hold on.
Yeah,
I'm trying to say
I'm not.
Schofield, by saying the statement he made, just trying to
No.
go 12 with Tank, is trying to become the next Lamont Roach, unheralded, undeserved stardom. That son of a bitch guy for
Hey,
going 12 rounds.
could I say something real quick?
He's
T.O., the
Ain't
elite
win
way
in
a
the
you
sport of
fight
explained
since
it,
boxing and staying
2024.
employed.
T.O., bro,
The
the
link
way
is in
you
the chat,
explained it,
fam. Come on up.
Fuck out of here, son of a bitch. Fuck
Go ahead,
Lamont
guy.
T.O.,
Roach.
My bad.
the
He
way
didn't
you
got in it. Go
explained it,
ahead.
brother, you a real nigga. You
Tank
know what I'm
fans is
saying?
scared as
You
hell of fucking Lamar Roach,
you
bro.
a
What you
real
scared
nigga,
of
so
what?
you explained it the way a
Hold
real
on,
nigga
guys.
said it.
Hold on. Let nine get off and then punch. I'm coming to you.
Yep. But you a real nigga, bro. So you said it the way a real nigga would say it. The father didn't say it like that. He didn't say it the way, like, yeah, man, it's a win-win. No, he didn't say it like that. He did
Oh,
not.
okay. He
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 said
said
it
a
kind of,
coward. He was cowarding when he said it.
yes, you saying it the way
Okay.
a real nigga would say it. No,
Okay.
nigga. No.
Okay, got you. Punch Talk is in the building, man. Gosh, it feel like it's been
Shout out
forever.
to
What up,
Punch,
man?
man. Shout out to
Shout out
Punch.
to my guy Punch, man.
Look, bro.
Yeah. My brother.
Oh
Appreciate you
yeah, man.
joining
You
us,
know when I
Punch.
seen my niggas was live, I hopped right up. I'm part of this conversation. What's up with my niggas, man? Good to
What's
see y'all
good,
back.
man? What's good? What's up, Punch?
Chilling, man. Chilling, man. I'm happy y'all back in the motherfucking streets. So,
Word,
bro,
my
I
nigga.
didn't even know that Shakur signed with these niggas. I seen the title like, oh shit, bro. I've been busy as
Yeah,
hell
we
all
gonna get there.
goddamn day.
We gonna get there, Punch. But
Oh,
first,
all
let me
right,
get
y'all
your
ain't start
thoughts on
talking
this.
about it yet. Cool, cool.
Yeah. Let
So
me get your
what's
thoughts on this.
all I'm
Looks
hearing is
like the
about the Schofield tank thing, right?
Yeah. Looks like the WBA has ordered Tank versus Schofield June 22nd. They got until June 22nd to make this fight, or it goes to purse bid. And I was just asking, man, what's your thoughts on this fight? Because I like this fight. I like the fact that he'll be fighting another young, hungry lion. I like Floyd Schofield Jr., not necessarily his dad. I think his dad, he might do a little bit too much talking. He rubs a lot of people the wrong way. But as far as Junior goes, I like him. But your thoughts on this fight, and it's something you want to see?
Yeah, man. I don't mind seeing the fight because I want to either see if Kid Austin really got it, or I want to see the nigga get humble purely because I don't like his dad. I'm not gonna cap. I'm a little biased, but at the same time, I don't think he's ready for Tank, bro. I don't, not at all. Like,
Okay.
like just because, just like what just happened with Ray Ford, Shaki Foster, like that. Foster was a humongous step up for Ford. That's what Tank gonna be for Kid Austin, bro.
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah,
that's
for
not
sure.
like that's not like a little step up. That's a step from all right. Now you at the lower level of the mountain. Now you down there to the top of the bitch like that quick. Are you ready for that type of competition, well, nigga? I want to see because your dad apparently your dad think you is, nigga. I don't. The whole Shakur
Right.
Stevenson shit, nigga, don't got me. I'm not sold on you, guy. So I need to see this. I
Yeah.
need to see this fight, and I want to see if. But again, I'm not. See, I look at it from both ways, have because I don't think Tank is Tank no more. I don't think that Leo Santa Cruz, that Rolly Romero. I think we gonna get Lamont Rose Tank from now on. Unmotivated, don't give a fuck about boxing, fighting the draws, bro. I'm serious. I think the nigga lost something, bro. And we all noticed it during that press conference, bro. And I'm not gonna sit here and act like, you know what I mean, he might be going down that goddamn Adrian Broner route, bro.
And let's not forget, you got a Tank that's now been out of the ring, what, 14
Going on,
months?
yeah, going on 2.5 years.
15 months, some shit like that.
And he just like
March of
he
last
can't
year.
stay out of the
So,
law. Like can't stay out of
talking about
trouble with the
October.
law. He just go. He just don't. Yeah,
March
bro.
March 1st, 2025. March
It
1st.
don't look good,
Yeah.
man.
So over a year now.
RC. I mean, are you tricking? Am I tripping by saying that I think he lost the fire? Once a boxer loses the fire, it's over. And I
I don't
think
think
Tank
you want
lost
to
the
fight no
fire,
more.
bro.
I don't think you want to fight no more. That's why you got him wanting to fight Jake Paul. Because I think if you would have had the opportunity to fight Jake Paul and get them 50 million plus, I don't think we would even be talking about Tank right now and no kind of sanctioning body, no kind of purse bid, nothing else. And I think that it's going to go to purse bid, and I think Al Heyman is going to win the purse bid, and that means it's going to be no fucking fight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think we're
Then
gonna.
then,
I,
then he
I think
gets
if this is
stripped.
gonna happen, Tank gonna fight somebody big. I don't think we're gonna see him fight a low level nigga like Schofield. I think he'll vacate before he fight him, bro.
Right,
And
right,
that makes me
right.
happy that the WBA is doing what they doing, because this way you can script this nigga and get it over with. You know what I'm saying? Then they
Yeah.
can go make whatever fights that they want, and they ain't got to hold up the division. Real quick though, man, I want to bring a first time in here, my guy Wookie, man. What's up, Wookie?
Hey, what it do, fam? Can y'all hear me?
What's happening, bro? Yeah, we can hear you, man. Where you from, brother?
I'm originally from the south, but I'm up north right now. I'm a truck driver and shit like that. So yeah,
So
man.
you from New York?
Nah. I'm up in Mass right now. But I'm from Arkansas. I'm from Little Rock.
Oh, from Laura. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Appreciate you dropping in, man, and chiming in and being a part of the show, my brother. What's on your brain?
Ain't nothing, man. Shit. I'm trying to pick y'all brain about this whole tank situation. Me personally, I kind of like this fight. Shit.
Okay.
I don't mind the fight at all, man. Like somebody had said earlier. Should we get to see if this nigga Kid Austin really what he talking about? What his daddy say he is. So shit. And then at the
Yeah.
same time, me being a Tank fan, I'm like, shit. After all the shit he going through, get a nigga a tune up. I look at this shit like a tune up, bro. Get a nigga, let my nigga get a tune up, man. Let him go ahead and knock off, dust this nigga off real quick. Or if he don't dust the nigga off, shit, it's a win-win. You feel me? If he don't dust the nigga off, then I'm down now. Shit, I'm gonna be following that Kid Austin train. It's something to talk about. Give us, you know what I mean? Give us some shit in Boston. In boxing to talk about, bro.
Absolutely, man. That's why I like the fight as well. And then listen, like you say, it'll be some sort of tune up for Tank Davis to get lined up for something else, knock the rust off at the end of the day, and then we really get to see what Floyd Schofield brings. And look, he might provide such an entertaining performance versus Tank Davis that he earns some type of stardom, right?
Oh, come on.
I'm just saying, when you think about Frank Martin or you think about your boy Lamont Roach, you know what I mean? I think people have gravitated.
Don't forget about Pitbull.
I don't know that.
Pitbull too. I think people have gravitated towards those guys, and they have became names in the sport because of valiant efforts versus Tank Davis, right? Right? If somebody, if you can display your skill set and you match him up against Tank, and he's not able to, beat you definitively or knock you out, that says a lot about your skill set, bro. At the end of the day, or you disagree, RC?
Let me tell you something. This fight, if it was to happen, would give me an opportunity to get another T-shirt. Thank you, sir.
See what this nigga here. This nigga here.
Another nigga laid the fuck out. You want me to go upstairs and get my Frank Martin T-shirt? I got a Frank Martin T-shirt, but it was laid the fuck out.
It's bullshit, man.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I like this motherfucking fight. I'm not gonna lie. I like it. I'm like, I'm hoping that this
if
shit
Tank
comes
didn't
to
lose the fire, bro, he should be all right, man. But I don't think he got it no more. So it'll be a shame for a nigga like Kid Austin to give Tank his first loss, bro.
That's kind of why I like the fight. That's kind of why I like the fight so much too, because I think Tank is, you know, what I mean, he losing the step. It's some shit going on, and I think that shit with all this shit going on with Mama Holyfield, you know, Mama Holyfield, shit, we might as well. You know what I mean? More drama.
Get the opportunity to shut that nigga up for sure.
Yeah.
But more than anything for me,
man, that nigga's voice
when I
is
think
just
about
annoying.
the mechanics of the sport, you get a chance to keep 135 moving, keep the WBA moving. And listen, he only got one fight against a former world champion, I think now, and that's Tevin Farmer. And you going straight to the deep end versus a Tank Davis. So again, man, if nothing else, we get to see what Kid Austin is made of. I like that, man. Fuck it. They've been hyping him up. He's been headlining with Golden Boy. They did the deal. Let's see what he got, man. All right, guys, I'm gonna keep this train moving, man, because I ain't got all night for sure. What else did I want to go over with you guys? Oh, yes, just past weekend, and I'm sure all of us, of course, checked out Shock versus Raymond Ford. I did pick Shock to win this fight by unanimous decision, but he did win by majority decision, and I never got to ask Punch, who'd you take in this fight, and Wookie, who'd you take in this fight?
I took O'Shaquie, bro.
I
thought Ford was gonna fight like typical Ford. I knew he lost the second he came out trying to box.
I pick O'Shaquie too, but
I was more surprised by Shakur's reaction because he kind of put his foot in his mouth, you know what I mean? And we all was waiting to see how he was gonna react to that, you know what I mean? So I'm happy with the whole situation because now we get to see these two niggas in the ring, and I think that's a good matchup, bro. You know what I mean? So Shockey been talking.
What'd you think of the fight, though? Tell me what happened in the fight.
I think the fight was. I think Shockey took control of the fight pretty early, bro. Like I think from the minute, leading up to the fight, bro, I thought Ray Ford looked intimidated, bro. I'm sorry, he just trying to play gangster and all that, but you could tell that's not you, nigga. You know what I mean? And I think the minute that, which was a first for me, that O'Shaquie threw that nigga out the ring, bro, he lost. He was intimidated from there. You know what I mean? Because if he would have clicked into, you know what I mean, forward mode and start coming at him like the dog we know he is, you know how he put that relentless pressure on you? He ain't do that till the end, bro. So Once that happened, bro, I was like, yeah, I don't think, yeah, it's over. And he couldn't get around the boxing skills of O'Shaquie. O'Shaquie was just a way clear better boxer. And you know what happened when the boxer fight the fighter. And that's
Man,
the
we ain't
result we
doing all
got.
that now. Hey, we ain't doing all that.
But
I
I was
wasn't
more
really.
so there for the aftermath. I ain't gonna
Am
cap.
I
I ain't
mute
gonna
or
give a fuck
something?
who won. I wanted to see Shakur Stevens' reaction.
Nah, yeah, I think he's got a delay in his mic, but I hear you, bro. Go ahead.
Can you hear me? Because I don't know. I don't know if I'm breaking up or not.
Nah, you just talking over niggas. Wookie can barely hear you.
I
But go
can't
ahead,
hear him.
Wookie.
Yeah, I didn't know he was
Wookie,
talking. I hear you and
can
I
you
hear
hear us,
RC, but I
Wookie?
Yeah,
can't hear Wookie.
yeah, I
So
can hear you.
what
Can
I'm
y'all
gonna
hear
do
me?
is I'm gonna come back.
Yeah, I hear
I'm
you.
gonna leave and come back in.
Yeah, do that punch. Do that punch. Okay.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Wook.
what up? Yo, this nigga
Yeah,
done
we hear
fucked
you.
my
Go
shit
ahead.
up. Damn.
Damn. Yeah. If you can't
I
hear
gotta
us.
leave too.
All right, well, come on. Go ahead and leave and come on back. Rob, what'd you think about the antics of Shakur Stevenson after the fight, man? Jumps in the ring, calls your boy a bum. What happened there?
Nothing. Because they not fighting. This shit,
That's what Manic
them
said.
niggas ain't had nothing else to do in Houston Saturday night. It was kind of a slow night in Houston, and they all went to the fight. Brother,
Yes.
this shit did not move a needle, and it did nothing for the 130-pound division or nothing else. Shout out to Edward Hearn, who put this shit together for Ray Ford because he wanted to gauge to see if he was going to drop Ray Ford or not. Well, Mr. Hearn, you got your decision.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can say. Because Eddie Hearn has always have said, I'm going to give you 2-3 fights. And then he said, by that 4th, 5th fight, I'm going to put you into something very competitive to see if it's smart business for me to continue doing business with you. And I think that's what Eddie Hearn took a little bit of money, because it wasn't that much money to put this fight on. Took a little bit of money, put Ray Ford in there against O'Shaquie Foster. And shout out to O'Shaquie Foster, who has been begging Top Rank for the longest. He wanted to go to 35. He even not hollering, I'll go to 40. Let me tell you something about O'Shaquie Foster. Let's talk about O'Shaquie Foster versus Kid Schofield. How about that? Because I think O'Shaquie Foster beats the shit out of Kid Austin.
You think he beats the shit out of Kid Austin?
Sure do.
Man, I think that'll be a good ass fight too at 35. I think I like that fight. I like that fight. Did you actually watch this? Did you actually watch this fight though?
I watched the replay of this shit, man. Look, let me tell you something. I started, you know how you slide your phone and start skipping through shit? I started doing that shit.
I really like this fight though. And there's a lot of people who felt like this fight was closer than what the scorecards did. I couldn't see the 114 for the life of me. But I did agree with the 8 rounds to 4. I think it was 116 to 112. I liked it, that score. I did think Shock won this fight definitively. It was a lot of those, especially those middle rounds where he just came out guns blazing and stepped to Ray Ford. I thought Ray Ford would be the one doing most of the pressuring and stepping early in the rounds, but Shock tricked me. He pulled the rabbit out the hat, and he was the aggressor early in a lot of those rounds. And I thought he was just doing great work and outworking him in a lot of spots. Not to say that this was a wash, because I don't want people to think that this was just a straight one-sided fight. In my opinion, it wasn't. I mean, I did have an 8-4. Like, I've heard a lot of 9-3s, 10-2s, and all of that. But hold on, man. I got a special guest. I want to bring in here, man, real quick. Out of Norfolk, Virginia, man. Mr. Chicken, Dorset Barnwell. Let's bring him to the stage if I can. There you go. Mr. Chicken's in the building. Let me give that good old round of applause, Mr. Chicken. Yes, sir. For sure. Now, for those of you who don't know who Dorset Barnwell is, do your Googles, man. This is one of Keyshawn Davis's coaches, doing a lot of great things with the youth in the community. One of Norfolk's finest, man. Happy to have you joining us for the conversation, my brother. What's going on?
Yo, is that Mr. Chicken down there, bro? I can't see him. I'm tripping.
Yeah, that's him.
Oh shit!
How's your
what
audio,
up,
bro? Can you hear me?
What's going on, man? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We was me and you was having a back and forth discussion, of course, and on Instagram in the DMs, man, of course, about the Oshaki Ray 4 fight, and I wanted to definitely get your thoughts now that you're here.
Oh yeah, I kind of made a prediction prior to the fight about like Foster. Everybody was keep on talking about how he was going to clearly outbox Ray, and as y'all saw in the fight, he didn't outbox Ray. He outworked him, if anything. I think the fight was of condition more so than technique. Ray,
I could see that.
I mean, I got to give Foster his credit. In the championship rounds and whatnot, he switched it into second and third gear and did what he needed to do to maintain his title. But I definitely think he biting off way more than he could chew by asking for Shakur.
Absolutely. I think we all are in agreement with that. Especially saying that he'd be willing to go to 140, and if I feel like I know Shakur would definitely take advantage of that. I don't see him dropping to 35 if he's willing to see him at 140. Even though I think it'll be a better contest, more than likely still a wash, but a better contest at 135 pounds.
Shakur is a natural 135 pounder. He can easily make makes 135, but it ain't even about like going down to like you said going down to 135. The stronger, faster fighter doesn't guarantee anything, and even if I think he's stronger, I think Foster, his style is like a Tiafimo style. He has pretty solid footwork. He try to lure people into counter punches, but his 1 and 2 punch combinations. 1 and 2 punch counters until somebody covers up. Then you will actually see him throw some combinations. But he's like Tiafimo, but he makes way more mistakes than Tiafimo.
Yeah.
And you saw what Shakur did to Tiafimo.
Absolutely.
Those patient counter punches that sit back and wait for people to come at them and do the check hooks and little uppercuts and step arounds and pivots. Shakur, he's too smart for any of that, and he's actually taller than taller than Foster. And Shakur is one of those people that knows how to take advantage of that range. Is like he steps right outside of positioning where he can still hit and not get hit.
He's a master of that distance, man.
Yeah.
And listen, he looked massive next to Oshaki. Now I know Oshaki was in fight weight. He was in fight condition, but he looked massive standing next to Oshaki in the ring. And so he's gonna. There's not very many advantages, or if any. I just don't think Oshaki has any advantages in a matchup versus Shakur Stevenson.
Right.
I'm still trying to. I'm actually trying to give him the benefit. I'm trying to think of something that he could do. But he really has no advantage over Shakur. And like I said before, Ray held when it came to actually boxing. He held his own against. It was extremely competitive. It was extremely competitive throughout the fight until the later rounds. In fact, the first half of the fight, the first half of the fight, I would have gave it to Ray.
Like 4 rounds to 2, maybe. I ain't gonna lie, Coach. It was hard to see that.
See, four rounds to 2. 4 rounds. The thing I would say 4 rounds to 2. Look, even maybe even 5 rounds to 1 because in the first half of the fight, the rounds that Ray won, he won decisively. But the rounds that you could have given to Foster, it was still competitive rounds.
Yeah.
It was still competitive rounds. He probably edged it out in the last 30 seconds, but it was still competitive rounds. The rounds that you gave to Ray and the rounds that you gave to Foster in the first half of the fight. So you can't even get mad at somebody calling that a draw. I thought that Foster pulled it out, but you know, saying that it was 10-2 and stuff like that, like that was
I thought that was. I think that was a reach. So you would agree more with like a 7-5, 8-4 kind of.
Yeah, I give the 7. I give the 7-5. I give the 7-5. But even 8-4 is, you know, I mean, people gonna call me biased because I'm friends with Ray and Cole and all that. But you know, like I gave him his credit when I was giving the predictions. I said he's a great counterpuncher. He lures people in, but I also said he has the tendency with his footwork to go straight back in, and he lacks ring awareness, meaning he has the tendency to go straight back and before he gets to the rope, he doesn't step around a pivot, so he end up getting up against the ropes, and that's when those pressure fighters take advantage of him. If you see in his past fights, you know, when he was in there with pressure fighters, a lot of those Mexicans, they beat his ass on the ropes.
And I thought that's what he lacked in this fight, though. I was expecting for him to really kind of press O'Shaquie and get some of those moments in where he could put O'Shaquie's back up against the ropes, and you know what I'm saying. So I feel like somewhere, down the line, he got away from who he is, which I thought would have benefited him in this fight a lot in a lot of spots.
Well, I did a follow-up prediction too, and I said when I saw the face-off after the weigh-ins, I was like, I just realized that Ray was actually the taller one, and I was like, if you look back at some of Ray's fights, look at the fights that Ray was actually the taller fighter, and you will see that Ray actually knows how to box from the outside. He actually knows how to because if y'all notice, like he shows skips of little splurs of that technique that Shakur and Moses does when they're inside the ring.
Zaquan.
Do the stiff arm to the belly, they come up with the two to the head, the range to the head, come down to the two to the body. Like he does that as well. I think he just has a little bit more flaws in it than he has a little bit more flaws in it than Shakur. But I've seen him fight guys at range, even when he's coming forward. You know, like if you look at the fight that he lost. If you look at the fight that he lost against
the Nick Ball fight,
the Nick Ball fight, you'll see him doing the stiff arms but he really just ran out of gas as well.
I agree.
He really just ran out of gas.
And I think that was extremely apparent for me. Championship rounds came around, and it was just obvious to me that O'Shaquie had put the road work in a little bit better. He just appeared to be in a little bit more better shape and firing at all cylinders.
I mean, you like I said,
did you not see that?
Oh yeah, I mean, you gotta give him his credit for like I said, you gotta give Foster his credit
for sure
for Burner stepping up in those championship rounds. You know, even if he was or wasn't in shape, he
absolutely, man.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with Coach.
Great fight, man. Incredible fight, man.
I couldn't agree with Coach
ahead,
Moore as far as. Yeah, I couldn't agree with Coach Moore as far as it was really about a matter of condition. And I seen very early on throughout the whole build up and stuff like that, of how it did look like Oshaki was making a way better weight cut than Ford was. So like I did put that into consideration as I'm watching the fight. I was watching out for it. And sure enough, about 11, 12 round, he
Hmm.
just ain't Ford. He just ain't have it in him. But I believe if Ford would have, if he would have did it the way that he's supposed, you know what I mean, the right way, I think he would have won that fight, bro. And I just want to say one more thing. I wasn't even impressed with this fight, to be honest with you. I look forward to it, but when it finally happened, I just was not impressed with Oshaki Foster. I picked him. I'm thinking this boy gonna take him to school. He got up in there,
That's what
and
everybody.
Nah,
yeah, man,
That's the
yeah,
crazy
man.
part.
Ray a
Everybody's
good
talking
fighter, bro.
about how
Ray,
he's
Yeah.
I was
superb
disappointed.
boxer, and he was just he's just going to outbox Ray Savage too. He's just too sharp, and he's too disciplined, and his boxing skills, and he's too technical. I'm like, yo, I'm seeing this
yeah,
guy that makes a whole lot of mistakes. I'm
Yeah, I
seeing this
wasn't
guy
impressed.
that gets hit a whole lot. I'll see this guy that doesn't handle pressure fighters that well, even though he's known for his footwork. I'm like
yeah,
somebody who actually should be known for their footwork. They should be pressure fighters should be their easiest fights. You know,
yeah,
like pressure fighters should be their easiest fight. If you in there with somebody like I said, when you got that's why I say he's like a watered down version of Tiafimo, because Tiafimo, he actually has great footwork and he actually has great distance control. Like when you in there with somebody who strategically is a pressure fighter like Lomachenko, and he's
yeah,
actually able to step back and counter fighters like that, who has arguably some of the best aggressive footwork, where you're coming forward and you're still stepping around and pivoting and whatnot. Because a lot of people, when they think of footwork, they just think of boxing off the back foot and stepping around and check hooks and stuff like that. But when you got that come forward aggressive style, and you implementing the step arounds and the pivots and going around people like that, like a Lomachenko, and then you neutralize that. You neutralize that by those little step backs and
yeah.
counters and stuff like that. Tiafimo is way better and way sharper when it comes to that footwork overall than Oshaki. And like I said,
Yeah.
he's a watered down version of Tio, and that
He
I
gets
wasn't
watched.
shocked.
Let's keep it real. Shakur watches him.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
Definitely.
You think
no,
you're gonna watch
I
him
was
with just
going I
one
was going
punch like
back
you
to
did,
the.
Tio, or is it gonna be even worse? Because it seems
You
like
said
they
what?
really don't like each other. He
I
seems
think
to have a little
Shakur
bit of
could.
respect for Tio.
No, yeah, I think Shakur beats Oshaki in the same fashion. You know, I don't think he ever gets out of first gear.
Yeah, well, I think he would actually go for.
A knockout.
I think he probably will actually go for the knockout with this guy.
Yeah.
It's like after see getting. I try to tell people all the time, getting hit with one good shot, even if it's once around, getting hit with one good shot once around is not what frustrates the fighter. You know, when you feel like you can't make any damn mistakes, you feel like you can't throw any punches, you feel like you can't step or overslip or overshoot or reach or any, you feel like you can't make any damn mistakes. And that's what you
Yeah.
feel like after a while when you're in there with a fighter like Shakur. You
Shakur.
know,
We call it being handcuffed. You get
yeah,
handcuffed.
that's the frustrating fight. I mean, that's the frustration that a lot of people go through when they in there with somebody like Shakur. It's like,
Yeah.
and the same thing with guys like Lomachenko. That's why he won't knocking people out. But when you got world class fighters not coming out of their corner, like, man, fuck this. I ain't doing this no more. You know,
For
like,
sure. For sure. But man, that was a great fight, man. Hopefully, and let me ask you this, man. First of all, I got to ask you, how excited are you to be reunited, you know what I'm saying, to an extent with Keyshawn. I think this is the second fight back now that you guys been back. Bo Mac and his crew's been out of the way, and he's back with the original guys. How exciting has that been for you guys, man?
Well, being with Keyshawn, I mean, we never stopped being with the brothers, you know. Like
right.
Even throughout the like these when they were coming up, I was the big dog in the gym. You know, I was the national champion,
For sure.
and I was on a national team and all that stuff when they coming up. So they was still 7, 8, 9, 10. When I was doing my thing. So it's like it was always that big brother, little brother relationship with them. So even if I never got in a corner, I will still be their biggest supporters. You know, like that was something that they came to me about, and it was never me, you know, auditioning or anything like that. You know, they just saw, because when they came to the gym, because whenever they come in town, even with Bo Mac, they would train in my gym. You know, and
shout out Military Circle Mall too, man. I remember you had that shit lit, boy.
Yeah. You know what? I said to this day, you know, all the years I've been boxing, I've never seen a boxing gym inside of a mall.
No, man. No.
I've never seen a boxing gym inside of a mall. That even ain't no braggadocious shit. Like, I've never seen a boxing gym inside of a mall.
Man, it was dope, man. And we was all happy to be there to support, bro. That shit was dope, man. That was like, you know what I mean, something that had never been done, and a spectacle. But yeah, dope. And real quick for my man, I see this my partner who runs the show with me. And this is a show I've been talking to you about, of course, in the DMs. That I definitely want you to be a regular on. But like he said, he had this easy work boxing in the mall. And shout out my man Twin. That was my first time getting out there because you put on the fight with Twin. And Twin came to me because what you don't really know is you used to be roommates with Twin. And I used to come to your house all the time and shoot pool. All the time, because when you walked in your crib, you had a pool table right there, and then all of your trophies and shit in there. I was like, "Yo, your roommate, Mr. Chicken, this nigga's a pro. Like, I know this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga hard, man. This nigga like 12-0, 13-0. What happened?" And then he told me the backstory because I hadn't met you yet, and but anyway, fast forward to easy work in the mall, man. It was just, man, what you did right there was just so inspirational, bro. And for cats like me to be able to come out there and support, and now what you're doing with the DB3 and they gym, man, just salute, bro, just for holding us down here at the 757 for sure.
Man, I definitely appreciate it, man. There's a whole lot of talent there's a whole lot of talent in the city. A lot of people are under the impression that you know, in order to be successful and in order to actually accomplish something, you have to leave the 7 cities, because a whole lot of people from the 7 cities end up going to train elsewhere. Right now, I got a heavyweight. I just got off the phone with him probably like a half an hour ago. He's on his way to China. He's number 1 in the country on the national team as well.
I've been seeing you post him.
Yeah. He's on his way to China right now. He's ranked number 1 in the country and number 7 in the world. So we got another. We actually looking to making that transition to from amateurs to pros now. And like I said, we've raised so many just from me and Randall alone. You know.
Absolutely, man.
Like,
that coaching lineage.
The number of national champions that we've started off. Yeah. So it's like we got the recipe for this. We got the recipe for this. And like I said, it don't matter where you groom. If you actually know boxing, if you actually adopted the the lifestyle and took in the knowledge at the same time, then
Yeah.
you have
You could convey.
you have the ability to produce these type of things because like a lot of people don't know. Like I've been in camps with everybody. You know, like I've been in long before
Yeah.
Sean. Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, Klitschko,
All them.
Daniel Dubois. Like I've been in like 8 Tyson Fury camps, 8 Deontay Wilder camps, King Kong, Big Baby. I've been in there with everybody, but the difference is when I go there, because you're really a lot of times they hire me as a sparring partner.
Right.
I'm only obligated to just be there on sparring days, but I will participate in every camp. I will get in shape, and I will see how these camps are ran.
Yeah.
I would see how these camps are ran, and I would take on the knowledge from each one of them, because my first my only 2 coaches that I've ever had were both elite coaches. Dan Campbell, who was the 2008 Olympic coach, and
shout out Dan, man.
And Gary Russell Sr.
Rest in peace, man.
Yeah,
Rest in peace, Gary,
those my
man.
only 2 coaches. You know,
Yeah.
those were elite level coaches, and like one thing that that Coach Dan would always tell me was, if another coach tells you something, listen. You know, and if it doesn't apply, then it doesn't apply. But if somebody tells you something, make sure that if they're giving you advice on what to do inside a ring where your life is on the line, then they should be able to withstand the questioning of your question. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
If not giving me advice, I'm like, okay, what is that for? Okay, what I tell people all the time, be worth it. Be worth it,
absolutely,
because if you know the purpose behind what you're doing, you're more likely to utilize it.
And that's the only way you're gonna move forward, man. Be worth them, get everything, soak it all up, man. Soak it all up. But look, though, while I got you, bro, I gotta throw you in the hot seat. I definitely want to see if some of my guests got some questions for you. But I also want to start with this as well. This Zuffa signing. Now, again, I know you close to the camp, and you know, when you see Shakur sign this crazy deal that appears with Zuffa, what's your immediate reaction, bro?
I mean, certain people that signs with Zuffa, you know, is, you got to recognize there's levels to it all. You know, you got somebody that's signing to a one fight deal, but it's co-promoted by Ringside. It's co-promoted by Matchbout and all of the above. So you say Zuffa, but it is like, wait a minute. Some of these guys, they got to sign a year-long contract, but a 2-year contract with Zuffa. But Shakur, he ain't signing no years or none of that shit with nobody right now, because he don't need it. You know, he's already a superstar. He don't have to. He don't have to do the. Even if he just decides to sign one of these three fight deals. You know?
Yeah, that's what's being reported today. I don't know if you've gotten the news, but as of today, they saying Shakur has signed a multi-fight deal with Zuffa, where he could be potentially earning $15 million a fight.
That's what I'm saying. If you Zuffa is like Matchbout and PBC was at the very beginning.
Oh, you mean Matchroom
and PBC were at the very beginning. They was leading with their money. They was tossing out a whole bunch of dollars to build up their roster.
Yeah,
to build up their roster. You know, like they put people as the face of it. Like Dana White is basically like they ain't have to use another promotional company like PBC did Golden Boy, you know. You know, they got their own brand, which is Dana White. Dana White actually trying to start the league, but you know
And Turkey,
and but Turkey is a whole nother, like these are people that's trying to it's a whole lot of people with money that tried to that tried to hop in and boxing promoting, and it didn't turn out well.
Yeah,
it's a whole lot of people with money.
But don't you think Turkey is kind of like the anomaly? Because when these other people that tried to hop in boxing with a lot of money,
I think you got muted, bro.
Can you hear me? Mic check 1 2 1 2.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
They can hear me. You can't hear me. Did you mute? Can you hear me, RC?
I don't know.
Yeah, I can hear you
perfect.
I can hear you perfect.
It's you. It's you.
It's me. But I
can't hear me
right now.
Can't.
Let me try to refresh.
Mic check. I think. Yeah, try
yeah,
to
he
refresh.
said it's you.
All right. Let's see if we can get him coming back. But yeah, Rod, this Mr. Chicken I was telling you about. Yeah, I can hear both of y'all just fine. All right, let's see. We're gonna bring him back to the stage, see if his audio's good. Can you hear me now, bro?
Yeah, because I got some questions.
I can hear you now.
Hey, I'm gonna get to y'all. I'm gonna let you ask some questions when you get there. Yeah. But no, I was just saying, I think Turkey might be the anomaly because you had these other guys that's had money and threw it in the sport of boxing, but you've never had somebody who represented a country with basically, from what we can see, is unlimited pockets, because pretty much everything they do, they're taking losses on. So to have something, somebody like a Turkey who's just interested in the sport, with basically what appears to be a limitless pocketbook, that's a little bit of a difference, right? Right, Dorset?
I mean, look, I remember I was training in California for a little while with a dude named Michael King, who was a multi-billionaire, and he was just throwing money away, and he was just trying to take football players and basketball players that didn't make it out of high school. I mean, make it out of college, and turn them into the next heavyweight champions. Some of them actually turned out. Actually did some things. Charles Martin, he was down there. Gerald Washington, he was down there. Dominique Brazil, he was down there. There's quite a few dudes that became contenders in the heavyweight division. But Joe Hanks, he was down there. Joe Hanks was down there. But if you got,
it didn't pan out though. Is that what you're saying? It didn't pan out. He threw a lot of money at it. Yeah.
Like, what's the name? Michael King at that time. I think prior to he used to be one of the biggest sponsors for USA Boxing. He was giving like $80 million a year to USA Boxing. Yeah. So,
oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it used to be. That's when we was coming up, they used to get paid top dollars. That's why a whole lot of these tournaments are open tournaments now. These national tournaments are open national tournaments. So now a lot of the best fighters, if you ain't the best fighters that can afford to go from this state to this state to this state to this state, because it used to be if you win the states, you go to the regionals. You win the regionals, you go to the nationals, and if you go going to the nationals, they'll fly you out to these nationals. They'll put you up in a hotel at these nationals. But that's how it used to be when they had the funding and all that for it. But now you got all of these open national tournaments.
Okay, word.
It lost a lot of big sponsors like Michael King.
Yeah, but yeah. So when you think of Shakur going to Zuffa though, and the whole cross the street situation and fighting for a Zuffa belt. You saw that they stripped Opataya of his IBF belt because it was on the line with the Zuffa belt, and IBF felt disrespected. And now you have a two-time lineal, now a current lineal holder with the WBO. How do they react? What do you see moving forward with Shakur as far as being able to defend his title and potentially fighting for a Zuffa belt?
I mean, we got to wait to see how that plans out, because if anything, it wouldn't make sense for them to they know the Zuffa belt is not big enough for Shakur, for Shakur alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, the Zuffa belt alone is like, it got to be. They got to try to slide themselves in there with like how the ring belt goes along. Is like, okay, we just putting that up there. Anytime that a ring representative, they fighting for a belt. You know, like ring.
Oh, so not a championship belt, but just like a trophy belt.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, anytime that one of the ring magazine representatives, you know, fight for they get a belt. They fight a 12-round fight, they get a belt. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's always up on the but they get the rest of those belts as well. I don't see a whole bunch of if Zuffa is trying to get everybody to relinquish their other belts, and like I don't see that happening.
And you know, that's what they said from the beginning, man. From the beginning, they came out and they was completely blatantly honest with us. They said they didn't want to recognize any sanctioning bodies, and then Dana later on came out and said, listen, I'm making everybody offers to fight with Zuffa, bottom line. So he's been transparent with what he's trying to do. He doesn't want to work with the sanctioning bodies.
They even said that in Washington, D.C. at that Congress.
Does he have the Dana is a great businessman, you know, but does he have the this is something that's been ran a certain way for a long period of time. And you know, a lot of people tried to throw the monkey wrench in there, and I mean, like, at the end of the day, is like, are we gonna just let Dana come run it, take over?
And that's what I was trying to convey with you with super important signings. Like when you can sign somebody like a Shakur Stevenson to Zuffa, I think that helps them on their quest.
Well, they can sign them to, like I said, a multi-fight deal. That could be just 2 fights.
Yeah.
And it would be on the stage of the Zone. And it would be on a and it would be co-promoted by Matchroom, all. It could be from another Zuffa fighter, you know, or Richard Hitchison or something like that. It's too.
I don't know, man. I just hope Shakur they read that contract real good.
Listen, Top Rank just signed with the Zone.
With the Zone, yeah.
Yeah, Top Rank just signed with the Zone, and all of these, I think we're at a place right now where all of the across the street shit is slowly starting to deteriorate. You know, and
even with the presence of Zuffa now, because you got to think now, they haven't successfully worked with another promotional company yet that I can think of. Everything's been in house with Zuffa.
Right now, they just showing up at big fights, showing face. Right now, that's all they're doing is just showing up at big fights, showing face. It's like, oh yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. But we've had 7. Was it? Is it 6 or 7? Rob Zuffa cards.
We on number
Yes,
7.
because
We on number
you
7.
know where
June
the
20.
cars are being thrown at?
Right.
Yes, I live.
Yeah.
I
Inside
live.
UFC
I live 20
buildings.
minutes. I live 20 minutes from there.
Yeah, he's in Vegas.
Right off.
He's
Right
in
off
Vegas.
the.
Yeah.
Right off the
Yeah,
215. The 215 in Jones.
these cars are being thrown
In the basement.
A
yeah,
warehouse.
you know, like the same place that we were training to get ready for the fight. That like after a while we couldn't go in there because they was having shows in there. I'm like,
Yeah.
like the space wasn't as big as my gym inside the mall.
No, yeah.
Thank you. I've been saying that for months.
But what I'm trying to convey here is the fact that Zuffa has now had 6, about to be 7 cards where they have not worked with any other promotional company. They haven't. Haven't worked with any other promotion. These have been all Zuffa cards. So what's going to now signing Shakur? Something's going to like change all of a sudden?
No, Shakur is not going to fight in that damn basement. I'm like, you know.
No, for sure.
Shakur is not going to fight in that damn. The thing about it is a lot of because they was putting out so much money just to get the contracts, just to get the fighters. They couldn't do that and then put out another $1 million for the arena, and then like all of the we haven't even established whether or not Zuffa has a network deal with the Zone. So it's one thing if you're getting the
they
network.
Paramount.
They with Paramount.
Well, exactly. So they ain't even. I'm talking about they're not even getting that network money because this is a newly established brand where they're not even getting the views. Nobody even knows when the next Zuffa card is being thrown. Everybody every other week we're seeing that we saw that Ustif posted a sign with them. We saw that Hitchens. We saw that we keep on hearing about this new person signed with Zuffa, but like until I see them actually fighting and saying on a Zuffa card, I'm like, I gotta.
Well, you know, Richardson Hitchens came out and said he's with Zuffa. Edgar Belanda has come out and said he's signed with Zuffa. Like these guys are really with Zuffa.
But I want to see how they're going to actually do.
Oh, the production.
Yeah. I want to see what's really going to happen in this situation where they're taking these fighters and what are you going to do with them? Because a whole lot of people wasted their prime careers in the building stages of the Zone, the building stages of it. Like that's basically like the home of boxing right now, home of streaming,
the Zone for sure,
sports right now, the Zone. But they had to go through a Zuffa phase as well. They at the very beginning, it was quite a few boxers that got signed with the Zone because they was cutting the with Matchroom. Because they was cutting those big checks at the very beginning, and they won't get in the big fights.
Yeah,
it wasn't until like Anthony Joshua came around.
Yeah,
Anthony Joshua came around and they basically started to put on for like the heavyweights.
Yeah.
That really got the movement going for Eddie and them. When they were doing the comparison with Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, that's really when they really start booming like that. But like people like Demetrius Andre, like a large part of his prime went to the building of Zuffa
for Matchroom.
Of Matchroom.
Matchroom in the zone. That's true. But see here we fast forward 8-10 years later, they're a thriving business, and you said it yourself. You even called them. That's pretty much the home of boxing. We could be seeing the same thing with Zuffa, right? It might not work exactly how it worked for Matchroom in the zone, but you know. PBC is still around. People say the same thing about the PBC when they first came around, you know. But you fast forward, 15 years, 20 years later, they're here, right? What was it, 2015? So 10, 11 years later.
See, the difference is between the two of those that you just named. Both of them were strategically done based on the time and the movement. Like Mayweather was like the last big pay-per-view star, you know,
right?
And then PBC took it from cable TV to regular TV. Where you actually can watch championship fights for free.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, and that became, wait a minute, and then they saw the future. Eddie saw the future with screaming, and really what put him on the top, aside from the heavyweights that he started to develop over there in the UK, was also like COVID and stuff like that, where screaming devices became like the go-to.
Yeah. You had to.
That just sped up that process.
Yeah.
That just sped up that process, so it was more logical because they saw HBO, they saw Showtime, and all of them leaving the boxing area. Yeah. So it was like it's nowhere else to show these fights. There's nowhere else to show these fights. What exactly is Zuffa going to be doing that's different?
Humble beginnings for all of them. Beginnings for all of them.
I just want to know.
I don't know what they're going to be doing different, but when you're signing talent like Shakur Stevenson, that's going to raise some damn eyebrows. Oh yeah, it's going to be some. I know I'm. If Shakur fighting on Zuffa, guess what? I'm watching. You know what I'm saying? And even shout out Keyshawn. You know how close to him and Shakur is. They're brothers. You know, that could be something that he's like intrigued by. Like, what is my brother over here doing? Oh, this kind of makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it a bean. If my brother going somewhere getting $15 million to fight, I'm gonna be like, bro, what's going on over there, bro? What we got going on over here? You know? And sometimes that shit can just snowball, man. And you fuck around, you got a whole nother situation.
The rules at Zuffa are different.
You're talking about two people that love a crowd. They love to perform. Yeah. These are performers who love to be out in front of 20,000 people just to whoop ass.
For sure. But you know they're gonna make sure that they get those. There's no way you sign Shakur Stevenson and stick him in the basement. You know
it's not the basement, it's a warehouse.
Or whatever the hell it is. Shakur's never gonna step foot in that shit.
Hold on. I personally went to see John Overtime in the warehouse.
That's when we out in Vegas, that's where we have our camps at. Where they had a fight at.
Hold on. I went and see John Overtime in that warehouse.
Opataya is no Shakur. Opataya ain't never did 20,000 in New York. Opataya ain't never did 10,000 at the Scope. These motherfuckers ain't no Jai Opataya.
Yeah.
That was a joke.
10,000 against Lemos. Nobody in Norfolk knew who the hell Lemos was.
And we didn't and we didn't care.
Recognize he's just 15-0 now.
You feel me? Yes, sir.
He's just 15-0 now.
I told Key he going right here. Key going on this wall right here. He going right there. I just got to get my shit autograph. I got to, you know what I mean, run up on my man again. For sure. I need for you to make sure that happen too, Mr. Chicken Man. God damn, help your boy out. But man, Definitely wanted to get anything from RC though while we had you, and if you in the chat, if you wanted to come up, anybody had any questions for Mr. Chicken while we got him here. RC, do you have any questions for Dorset?
I just have one question, man. Like I
Hang on.
said, okay,
I can't hear RC.
you can hear me?
You can. Oh shit.
I don't know if it, the what's the name? I probably have to go out and come back again. I don't know what.
You can still hear me though.
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Yo.
You.
You can hear me now?
Okay.
You can hear me now?
I think it's because that little low battery junk popped up for me a little while ago. That little skin and then went off.
Oh,
okay.
Shit.
Let me try that. Let me try that one more time.
Okay. You gonna go out and come back in. You can still hear him, right?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
I just have one question.
Okay, he coming. Here you go, right here.
Yo.
All right, see if he can hear you.
All right, I can hear you now.
All right, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, now I have only one question, my brother. One question. Now I'm out here in Las Vegas. Been in Las Vegas for damn near for 13 years now, right? And just give me a little bit of capacity of me. I'm to the point where I work fights. So pretty much any fight in Vegas, I work. And I don't want to get into the whole capacity of what I say when I work it, but I'm into the production part. All right. Now I'm hearing a lot of stuff out of East Pilot about Keyshawn's next fight and stuff like that. But before I ask this question, I'm going to say this real clearly. In your capacity into that Keyshawn camp, I know you're a coach. Are you into like sprint conditioning, or you just into technique or game planning or whatever? Like, what is your capacity in there before I ask the question?
Well, strategy. You know, we're there. We're there throughout the whole thing of the strength and conditioning and technique and all of the above. But you know, overall is the strategy and making sure you reinforcing this throughout the sparring, throughout the camp, throughout the fight.
Okay, so this is my one question.
Okay.
And this is going to settle a lot of stuff. It may go viral.
Yeah.
Going forward, we see that, and a lot of people's running with this. Keyshawn can't make 140 no more. Keyshawn can't make 140 no more. Can we get something from you to tell us where is Keyshawn at going forward? 140 or 47? And we ready to live with it. We ready to cheer for him for well. We need a weight class, my brother.
You know that is really just based. And you see how it just went from 140 to 148.
47. 40 to 47. Just give me one. I just need one.
No, the thing about Keyshawn, you know, like I said, he says he's a businessman, you know,
Right.
and it is what makes sense, you know, if those fights that he's been calling for, as far as with Haney and all of that, were actually to come to part, you know, then it would make sense for him to move up to the 47.
Right.
And if he gets the big fights that he's looking for at 140, then it would make sense for him to stay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So even though, and not to interrupt, even though he said, man, it's one of the worst parts I hate, and he showed the tub of water that went viral, him making that 140. Because like I say, right out here in Vegas, I'm just letting you know, you can say RC said it, coming out of East Pilot. If you didn't know, that's the corporate office of Top Rank out here in Vegas. They got Brian Norman, heavy coming out of there for Keyshawn at the point. What you call it? Next opponent.
What a lot of people don't didn't mention at that last fight. Like, of course, we're not going to make any excuses, anything, but that last fight was our last fight with was Keyshawn's last fight with Top Rank, and
I knew it. I told you, Rob.
It was his last fight with Top Rank, and the trial scale that was at our hotel was off. That's why everybody from our hotel was overweight.
Miss weight.
Even Brian Norman.
Norman.
Right.
Yep.
Right. Understood.
Even Norman. So, I mean, it was a whole lot of coincidences that that happened around there. If y'all were in town during the first two fights, as opposed to that last fight, you would see that. I don't know. It definitely didn't seem as much promotion. It was no pro.
I agree. I told Tio that. I agree.
Yeah.
It wasn't no pre-fight.
He came to the De Los Santos fight with me.
Yeah, I came out there for that. Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a pre-fight press conference. It wasn't a post-fight press conference. It wasn't.
Nope.
It wasn't none of that.
Correct.
You know?
Yeah.
Correct. So it was a whole lot of things that would make me. I mean, it will only make sense. Like, okay, why am I? Well, I'm not about to make him a bigger star just so he can leave. Like,
right.
Yeah.
But
yep.
You know, these
that makes so much sense now, bro. That makes so much fucking sense. But I was telling Rob, I said, man, Keyshawn, he about to be done with. I thought it was gonna be the end of this year.
Yeah,
remember,
I said it was gonna be the end
of this year.
Yeah, I thought he had one more fight.
I didn't know that this was the very last fight.
That was the last fight with Top Rank.
Okay. And like I said, thank you so much, sir, for giving clarity. And like I said, everybody about to get it now because nobody knew that. Because I was under the impression that a lot of people out here in Vegas thought he had one more fight, and they thought Bob Arum was going to try to give him the going away gift of a hell of a goddamn fight. You get what I'm saying?
For sure.
In true Bob Arum tradition, as he tried to do with Bud, and he tried to do with Shakur.
Yeah, as he tried to do with Shakur as well. Like, you recognize when Shakur was about to leave, that's when they start pushing the narrative of Shakur as the boring fighter.
And couldn't sell. Yep.
Yeah, he couldn't sell.
Yeah.
Timothy Bradley, same thing. Timothy Bradley did with that last fight with the De Los Santos. They know what went down. Prior to that fight, prior to that last fight, when all of the stuff supposedly had happened after the fight, you know. This last fight, I asked everybody. I said, look, please, at the press conference, I need somebody to ask this man, because you already got the fight, all right. Matter of fact, you got the Frank Martin fight just off the hype that you supposedly had been jumped by us.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like now. It's time to pay homage now, brother. Like, tell. I want somebody to ask you right out in front of everybody. You got the two. We've gotten you your three biggest checks out of your career. Now, tell the world what really happened. Because if you look at the video, he never says that anybody jumped him. He just let the world go with the narrative that somebody jumped him.
Jumped him. Yeah, bro. He misled the entire world, bro.
You know what? I can't even get mad at him because this is the most attention that you've ever got in your life. So you are doing what you need to do in order to in order to bring light to your name, because you recognize right after the first interview, and I just recently saw that interview. The first interview, they was like, so what happened when Keyshawn came in? They came in the room and his head got real close to mine, and then you hear you hear his coach in the background was like, no, he headbutt you. He headbutt you. He was like, yeah.
Coaching him. He was coaching him.
he was coaching him on what to say. He was like, he headbutt. He headbutt. I was like, he was like,
But I ain't gonna lie,
he
Coach.
started feeling on the knot and shit.
I'm gonna say this.
Bullshit.
There was a little Top Rank seasoning in that to try to build this second one that just happened. Because even Keyshawn kept saying, why y'all keep bringing that up? And the host was like, this part of the build up, Keyshawn. Like, wink, wink. You know what I'm saying?
That's why we knew, like Keyshawn. That's why Keyshawn had said at the while the media was asking for, he was like, look, I wasn't asking for this fight.
Right.
Top Rank insisted on this fight.
Right.
Top Rank insisted on this fight. They're the ones who said, listen, well, come on, it will be a. This is the fight. This is the fight. This is the fight. We got history. We got, you know what I'm saying? Like they insisted on the fight. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Keyshawn, as you can see, especially like Albright is not even on the level of Ortiz.
No. Everybody thought he was taking a step back. When they said that he was going, when they announced this Albright fight, I said, this just doesn't make any damn sense. It's just Top Rank trying to get another payday out of the scope. That's all I could see.
And then they got to fulfill that obligation with the zone as well. They just signed with the zone. They had an obligation.
Yeah.
Well, that and like I said, you know, it is. Do you want the best narrative for listen, if I wanted to sign somebody for the lowest amount possible, just like what they did with Shakur, why would it's like I'm gonna tell you you're not worth nothing. I'm gonna tell you you don't sell. I'm gonna tell you nobody views you. You know, and then I'm gonna offer you look. Let me tell you something, man. Like I give you you know what, I give you a couple of $100,000 for this fight, man, because nobody's gonna watch it, but I love you. Nobody's gonna watch it, but I love you. You know what I'm saying? You're a pretty boring fighter, but you know, I think the best of you. I think because of your skills, I want to do this for you. The rest of the world don't see what I see in you. You know, they can say something like that to Shakur because it's like, and they'll say something like, they won't say the same exact thing, but they'll try to devalue and discredit what he's already done. Like when you hear things like I think they realize that they made a mistake. You know, and no disrespect to Abdullah, but I think they realized they made a mistake. Abdullah last fight because
with the white boy
Sam Noose.
I think they was expecting to pass the torch to Abdullah. Yeah, and they thought Abdullah was going to be the face of Top Rank, but you know,
he's just 21 though. He's just 21 years old.
Yeah,
he's just 21, but people had already started comparing him to Keyshawn.
Yeah, they did.
People had started comparing him like, oh, who's the better prospect?
Oh no! Hey, boy! When we missed weight and the De Los Santos fight fell through, they turned on us. They was trying to make Abdullah better than Keyshawn, boy. Man,
well, you got it. Hold on. For my outsider, for my outsider that took that American Airlines flight, and I had to stop. Man. And I had to stop in Charlotte. I had to stop in Charlotte to connect the golfer. Let me tell you something. And Coach Chicken probably caught that same little route from Vegas. He probably did the same thing. But you know, American Airlines got to connect. No.
This nigga was the ringleader, man.
I felt like, damn, Norfolk. How y'all let the little 20-year-old come headline the school?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you so, because that was the second time that Abdullah had co-main event. They was using Keyshawn to build up Abdullah.
That's true. That's fact.
Absolutely.
To build up Abdullah, and I actually like Abdullah. Abdullah, I like how he moves. I like he's a respectable kid. and I like how his brothers move. You know, it remind me a lot of of
The
of Gary
Russells.
Russell and them.
The Russells, yep.
Yeah, remind and like I
Yeah.
literally just got off the phone with Lil Gary probably like a couple of hours ago, and
Shout out, Lil Gary, man.
yeah, that's family. You know,
Yeah. All
the
y'all go way back, bro. All y'all go way
like
back.
I literally stayed. I stayed in it. I stayed with them for years. I stayed with them in their house. Like my son' middle name is Gary.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I remember this was years ago. I read an article on you where you said that you kind of looked up to Gary Sr. like your pops.
Yeah, that man was definitely a father. I told I remember when I first came up there. It was, and I said this at a I think it was at their 50th his 50th birthday or something like that. And I said,
Yeah.
if I was to ever have children, I would mimic how you raise your children, because it wasn't until I met Big Gary that I started reading things like on the for Life, and like I remember, you know, Gary he spoke he was so knowledgeable for things that had nothing to do with boxing, but
Boxing. Yeah.
you know he was one of those guys that you know you just wanted to hear him speak, and
He had the tool. He had tools for you, man. Just life
yeah,
tools.
he just dropping
Yeah.
news on you 24/7, and you know he had this infectious personality that you know you just wanted to be around him, and
Yeah.
but he was like his kids. It was like he had that dog in him, that kill switch,
For
you know,
sure.
like you know, and it was. I remember staying at their house. It was. I literally thought that they were faking when I first came up there. I remember. I remember. I remember. I called my. I spoke to my
He said,
mom. Yeah,
yeah.
I was serious as hell. I was like, I called my mom, and she was like, "How you like it up there?" I was like, "It's all right. They faking though." She was like, "What you talking about?" I mean, they all lovey dovey, hugging and all. I was like,
Yeah.
"No," because like
There wasn't no shit we
the,
come from.
but the thing about it is, who would think in the middle of the projects in DC,
Yeah.
out Capitol Heights, Maryland, um, with straight goons, straight goons at 24/7. You know,
Yeah.
that a family
You
of
had this family.
a 6 boys that box. If you was
Yeah.
in that house, put it like this: if you was in that house for more than an hour and didn't see somebody randomly giving somebody a hug, randomly,
Yeah.
that means there was only one
Yeah,
person
that's
in the
dope.
house.
Wow.
Like
Yeah, that's dope, man.
Big Gary raised those boys to be a unit. And like I remember he was the first person to take me hunting. He was the first person to take me to a gun range.
Yeah. He taught them boys
He-
survival skills, man. You
yeah,
see
yeah,
Lil
no,
Gary on live. Lil Gary be on live fucking skinning deers and shit.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That, like he took look, I remember he and I was like 15 when he first asked me this shit. It was like because Coach Dan introduced me to Big Gary. Um and I remember when I first went up there when Coach Dan moved to Colorado um for the Olympic team. I started going up there to DC to train with Big Gary before tournaments. And I remember he asked me, he said, listen, if white people was to take away everything from you, how would you survive?
Word.
And
Real shit.
and I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. And then he started like I remember
Yeah.
Swan at that time, he had to be about 10 years old, and he in the kitchen taking a gun apart, cleaning it, and then putting it back together. And when I talk about
gosh, oh matter,
like when I say it's two people. It's two people I know in boxing. They had the meanest fucking gun collection, and Lil Gary is one of them.
yeah.
Lil Gary, and don't like Lil Gary was qualified to go to the Olympics for marksman.
Damn,
he was qualified
I
to
ain't
go
know
to
that.
the Olympics for
Fun
doing
fact.
the obstacles and behind the all of that shit.
Yeah, damn,
Like Lil
that's
Gary
crazy.
is sufficient with that shit.
Word.
Sufficient
Fun
with
facts. Fun
that
facts.
shit. That can hit a rabbit like 50 yards out. Why they
Gosh,
running?
oh matter. Why they running on the move?
Why they
A moving
running?
target.
Oh
yeah, that's
on
nasty
the move.
word.
You know, a rabbit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Survival
Like,
skills, man. That's what Big Gary was putting in them boys, though, man. Real life survival skills. If the apocalypse happened tomorrow, my boy's gonna be all right.
Yeah. But
yeah, man, that's dope, though, man.
You know who else had a crazy ass gun collection? Wilder.
Ooh.
Wilder.
Deontay, word crazy.
Yeah,
but see, I seen
like,
him on some clips like riding ATVs and out there on some nature shit too. So,
but he's from Alabama.
He a country nigga
though.
too. Yeah, he a country
he's
nigga
from
too.
Alabama. But Deontay, he got to be one of the coolest dudes. Like that's my bro. That's my bro for life, man. Wilder,
for sure, man.
He really looked out for me. Like the first, I mean, it is. I tell people all the time, Rio got universal appeal. You know.
Yeah.
People ask me all the time, you don't miss boxing, you don't miss boxing, you know, because they see my record and it's like, okay, he was 12-0. Why?
12-0, undefeated.
You know, I'm like, look, everything happens for a reason, bro. You know, and you know, from boxing, I've probably been about 30, 40 countries, and I got lifelong friends. I've learned knowledge that I would never. I'll be able to pass down from generation to generation, and
for sure.
Like so, if boxing never do anything for me again, I'm already grateful.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely,
that's how I
bro.
look at it.
I can only imagine, man, because I remember when I used to come over to your house all the time, I used to be like, well, where this nigga at, man? It's like you live here by yourself. And he was like, nah, man, he's sparring, man. He over there with Wilder, man. He over there, what was the big Russian white boy?
Povetkin.
Povetkin, he over there with
Povetkin. Who else? Marat Gracevia. I went with two
Fury.
Yeah,
Klitschko.
Yeah,
man. You won't never home, man. This nigga stay sparring. That's all right. Because I was in your refrigerator playing pool, man, chilling, entertaining bitches. That nigga Twin terrible, man. Shout out Twin, but that nigga terrible with the bread, man. That nigga OB Buddy.
I'm gonna leave that alone too.
But hey, I gotta get up out of here, man. We gotta wrap up the show, man. Listen, you gotta understand just how grateful I am to finally get you on the show. Of course, you know I'm always, you know what I mean, hitting you on the DMs, man, and checking in with you and engaging in. And if you give out your socials so people will know, man, so they can engage with those conversations we be having.
You can find me online at Dorset Barnwell, Mr. Chicken. You know, just Google Dorset Barnwell, man, and follow me on the social media. I'm on.
Get to know it. Oh, I got one more question for you before I let you go, and this is extremely important. I meant to ask you this a long ass time ago. I still don't know to this day, and I think I asked somebody close to y'all camp. I can't remember who it was, and they didn't even know. How did you get the nickname Mr. Chicken?
I think we about to get some Roy Jones shit now. Let's be quiet now. Let's chill out with that. We online. We know how y'all get down in Virginia. Come on now.
But it was a combination of two things, you know. One, you know, in the streets, you know, it was, you know, chicken was another form of street vernacular for money.
For bread, yeah.
Yeah, so it was like, man, you need to get that chicken up. And so it was like, Mr. Chicken was the Mr. Chicken. But I remember it was a sparring session. In fact, it was a sparring session with what's the dude, Slug, Jerry Force.
Okay.
And I had already had the name, but I came over there to spar with him, and I remember I had left my headgear or something like that inside the car. It was like oh, don't chicken up or something like that. I was like, wait. From now on, you call me Mr. Chicken, nigga.
Okay,
and
well.
I'm about to lay some crispy combos on your ass. And
there you go.
and
and it kind of just stuck, huh?
Yeah. Like I said, I had to use the crispy combos at the press conferences and stuff like that because the things that I was doing in the street, it wasn't marketable.
No doubt, man. I appreciate that, man. Thank you again, man. And again, listen, what I was telling you about in the DMs, man, this is the platform. I don't know if you caught the whole show, but the structure of the show, we go segment by segment, and you are always invited to come back. I would love to do a collab with you in the future. Like I say, I could do the steering and just get the info from you. You know what I'm saying? If you want to do so, man, we'll work that out behind closed doors. But again, thank you for joining us, my brother.
I appreciate you having me up, man. Y'all have a blessing.
Oh, you too, man. Have a good one.
All right, man. My guy, Mr. Chicken Dorset Barnwell out of Norfolk, Virginia, man. Thank you, my brother. Yeah. Super dope, man. All right, RC. I wasn't expecting Mr. Chicken to jump on today and derail the whole show, man. But what a great show to have. Yeah, fire, man. That's fire, man. And again, for those of you who don't know, that is one of Keyshawn Davis's coaches that you'll see in his corner. I've been walking out with Keyshawn since I can remember. Matter of fact, man, it was him. I ran into him in the mall. This was years ago, where he was telling me about Keyshawn Davis, you know what I'm saying, and saying, yo, check him out, man. This was before the silver medal and all of that. So, man, he been rocking out with those kids for so long, and I'm just happy that they able to have that union and you reunite on the world stage now, and be together, man, and keep that family tight, man. So, big shout outs to Mr. Chicken, man. All right, man. We talked about Shakur. We got over everything. We interviewed Mr. Chicken. This is our first day back in 2 months, RC.
June 1st. And guess what? I'll make this prediction now. When you go to sleep and you wake back up, I think you might go viral, my brother. Congratulations.
Well, hopefully we get some good clips out of it. I want to thank everybody for joining us, man. Of course, GMT Sports. Mark Wynn, first one in the building, 913 for joining us. My man Wookie came and hung out. Who else was in the chat? My man Ray, Beats by Surge. It's been a minute, man. Salute, Pancho Villa, Adam Hurley, everybody who came through. Cornelius, what up, player? Appreciate the love, man. That's all I got for y'all on this one, man. RC, take us home.
Man, we out, man. Like I said, we back for the first time in 2 months. It is June 1st. Well, 2nd if you're on the East Coast. But, man, we kicking off June and we kicking off this summer hot as fish grease. You get what I'm saying? So, with that being said, man, we're going to see you on the next one.
For sure. And look for us back real soon in between the hours of 10 or 8 and now. You just don't know. But look for us. All right, man. Big T.O. Heavy Bag, we out of here, man. Peace.
Most motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing.
Shout out to Heavy Bag Boxing. It's the one and only Blazer Flair. Woo!
What's up, everyone? It's Nico Ali Walsh. I'm here with Heavy Boxing TV. That's the spot.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Zach, Super 206 out here in the world. I'm giving a big shout out to my home team, Heavy Bag TV. You heard? Keep it live.
This is Showtime Sean Porter, and you are watching Heavy Bag Boxing.
What's up, man? It's the amazing Keyshawn Davis. Shouts out Heavy Bag Boxing TV, man. Y'all lit out here. Keep doing y'all thing.
Teach your man how to squabble.